So, welcome back to the normal video. As always, I'm using this method for all my tracking. For more explanations, just watch the 1 hour weekly recap video. The explanation is at the start, just saying. Okay, welcome back to the red flood we did today, because we were in the SPY B pullback. Okay, so let's start with BYND. As always, under the week, I will just do small, short updates, so this video isn't getting 1 hour long. And for the full overview, always in the weekly recap video. So if you want to see the whole thing, this is the bullish chart for BYND. Just for the explanation, watch the weekly recap video. So, what did we do today? We are coming from our epic, and as I already said in the weekly recap video, in my opinion, the bullish version is over, is done. In my opinion, we will come down to at least 88 cents for our VNA, just because we have our little C here, lower high, we're doing a lower low, coming up to our endpoint, doing another lower low, coming up to our T point, and now we are looking for VNA, which is at 88 cents. What I don't want to see is anything under 70 cents, because then the bearish alternative takes place and this play is over. And it was just a pump and dump. For the bullish alternative, I really don't believe it anymore. Tomorrow is earnings. I would expect, is it earnings tomorrow? Yeah. I would expect, no, it isn't, because it was delayed to next week, I think, yeah, to 11. So I would expect we get this pullback maybe this week, maybe, or 11 is next Tuesday, at least till next Tuesday. We should be here, and then they report stupid bullshit news, whatever, fundamentals, whatever. We get our bounce and ole. Or we just on Tuesday are already in the high low and we really go. If you see anything upside this week, everything over 235 is bullish. So okay, then my bearish alternative is that, but I don't think so. If you go down here, get our V and our high low here, the same. Everything over 233 is bullish, everything over 370 is extra bullish, and everything over 9 is, we are going. Our next target for B, for big B, is anything over $43. And if you're really saying, okay, here's our VNA, so here's our VNA at 88 cents, we just take then the fib. So we would come up, I would imagine, after the strong run for A, we do something similar. Crazy upside volatility. I mean, how much would it be? That would be 4,000%. What was that? That was 2,000%, so possible. And if we reach that, can be a little bit over it, on the line or on it, you most likely get the pullback to the 0.5, which would be around $6. And then the only question is, are we breaking all-time highs, which is at 200, or not? Simple as that. For now, playing puts right now, I think it wouldn't, no financial advice. We are already too low for that, in my opinion. wait for the V and the high low if you want, and then go into course. Right now, it still looks absolutely perfect. So, next one, Neo, bullish and bearish. So for short, this is our bullish version. And we would already have done our A peak and would be in the A pullback right now. So what did we do today? Not really much. For the bullish version, we hit the 0.5 perfectly, and everything over $8 is bullish, and your next target is $16. And for this also, when you hit $16 a little bit above it, on the line or under it, you will pull back to around $10, and then we are looking for breaking all-time highs or not. Everything under 619 would be bad, and in my opinion that would be absolute confirmation for the bearish alternative. And here's the bearish alternative. The only thing which is changing, no, nothing is changing, just one thing is changing. The A pullback wouldn't be finished, and as I said now since a week, I think, is that this is a head and shoulders. And I said that your M could have been this. It wasn't clearly. So your M would be somewhere in here. You won't break the $8 mark, or so to be clear, the $7.82 mark. This would be your M. And your next moves would be, you're looking for a lower low than this. You would come up again, most likely to this trend line. This would be a trend line, your T, last time to say. And then you go to your V under A at 437, doing a high low, and then the same like the bull version, you just go up. Or you go a little bit lower than your V under A, and it would be just here. I mean, it would still be V under A, but it would be still a little bit lower, and it would just be a breakout retest from this four-year trend line. Yeah, breakout, retest, and then you go. And I'm still tending really more to this, just because it's a repetition of 2020, where you had a head and shoulders and a V and A. It's again same like here, head and shoulders, V and A. It's just the same thing. And after that, you're looking for your B. So yeah, let's see. I'm really tending to this. Could be wrong. Let's see what it's doing. Okay, next one is plug, bullish and bearish. So for plug, yeah, I have to go on the weekly. Give me the weekly. Yeah, so this is the overview. As always, for the full overview, just watch the weekly recap video. So what did we do today? I think not really much. So for this case, I still think we are looking for our A, which should be over the trend line. We would be in the B, in the middle. So we are looking for our big A. We are in middle B, and at the same time in little c. So we would be in the middle B pullback and in the little c pullback. And always, again, the bigger letter is always standing over the little letter. So, okay, for C, it would be a V under A, but because it's B, we only need a 0.5 for the bullish version. So for the bullish version, we nearly hit our fib. That would be enough. we already would be in the bounce and would just go up. Maybe just also a higher low and then go up. Everything over 471 is bullish, and our next target would be 31 for our big B. Or for the bullish version, two additional ones, we still have to touch really the 0.5 higher low and then do the same. Or as a rare case, but still have to do our V under A and then do the same. It's everything here is in range for the bullish version. What I don't want to see is anything under 135, because if we're doing 135, the bearish version taking over, and that would mean that our last peak wasn't A or B, it was just T, and we would still look for a lower low to this. And because this whole thing since February is a higher low, we would do a higher low to January 2013. So somewhere in this range. Then you do the V under A, high low, and the price targets. Your A would be still 426, your B again 31, and this is just, and your next C would be your big A. Then you do pullback, and then you're looking for B and C. So black seems like it has a great future, but as always, only because A is higher than 75. So B should be up here and C up here. You won't see your options or your shares at $150,000 a share. There will be a split. Just saying. Yeah. Okay. Next one is FCEL. So this is the complete overview. Too big. Need weekly. So here the same. For the overview, your big A would be at 800 and your big B would be at 20,000 as always. You won't see that. You can come up here, but only with a split. So what did we do today? It was a pullback. So even lower. So perfect. So in this case, we are still looking for our A, in my opinion. Our big A, which should be up here. We are in a little C pullback, which is finished. And for the micro tracking, this would be our V and A, our higher low. And this run on Friday was our little A. And this here was just our A pullback. And today, perfectly on the 0.5. So I would imagine we get a bounce here. And our next target would be 9, 10-ish for B. If we really going slow. Little pullback again, and then you see, so everything over 11 is absolutely bullish. And then you find your A, I would imagine around 16-ish. You break out here, make a breakout retest to your trend line, and your B is at 165. So we are still in the beginning of this whole thing. I don't have a bearish alternative right now. No. So let's see what happens. So next one is Bed Bath and Beyond, bullish and bearish. I mean, for everyone who thinks it's bullish, okay. For me, it's bearish. Okay. For the overview, this is the whole bullish chart. For the bullish chart, we would be in A and in the A pullback. And I don't know if how long I should still say that. Okay. For the bullish tracking, okay? It wouldn't even work anymore. Okay, no, it would still work. Okay. For the bullish tracking, this was your A. This was your big A, your little C. This would be a lower high. You came lower, come up again. This would be your endpoint. You come lower, come up again. This would be your T point. And you already did your lower low. Okay, so for the bullish tracking, this was your V. You would make a higher low right now, and then you go up. Everything over 970, then this stupid Nagico here was wrong. And if you break even over 1263, I will be the first one to say, okay, I was wrong. Because then your next target is $36. You would come up here, pull back to 22, where I would get in then if you're doing this. And then we go to all-time highs, break it or not break it. The only problem, as I'm always saying, not breaking my no line, and we did it again. So for the bearish version, this here is the bearish version, and the only thing which is changing is that this peak, which is our A in the bullish version, was our T, and we still have to find a higher low to 2020 or a lower low to 20, which would be all-time low. You would do there a VNA, high, low, and then you do the same. Your A would be 12 and your B would still be $37. And I repeat it again. Why I'm bearish is just this and this. Just because you come from your M, come up again, do your M or W, the right side is higher, and your knife. Same like here, you come from your M, you come up, do your M or W, right side is higher, and knife. And as I always show, we would be right now in this candle here, which taking longer right now. But the repetition of a fractal is always taking longer, and we would be just in this bouncing candle here. And we broke my line today again. So I would, yeah. I'm bearish on this. Let's see. Again, if you break 1264, then I'm bullish too. Okay. So next one is grab, one of the few things which were green today. So for the because it's China. So for the overview, I only have a bullish version right now. It also looks bullish. So this is the bull version. So what did we do today? I don't think very much. So we're coming from our A peak, which is the same big A, same time middle B, same time little C. We already did our V and A, our high low. We already did our little A. We already did our little B. We already did the pull back to the 0.5 2 times. No, only 1 time. Higher low from this. We broke today the bull line. Looks good. can't say more. Everything over 670 is perfect. Everything over 663, absolutely bullish. Your next target is 10 for B. For alternative, yeah, okay. If you break under 5.84, let's talk then. Right now, looks fantastic. Next one is BLNK. Do I have a bearish version for BLNK? No. Okay. So here's the overview for BLNK, and it's again too small. So yeah, bullish version of BLNK. We're already in part 2 of the Fractal, and starting with Fractal 3 right now. So what did we do today? It was a pullback today. Yeah. We already did our A peak, our big A peak, which is also our little C peak. And for this, two ways. The bullish part, we already did our lower high, make a lower low, did our endpoint, lower low, did our T point, did a lower low. We are at the 0.5 right now. So for the bullish version, you're bouncing here. Higher low, and you go. Everything, I mean, yeah, everything over 184 is bullish. I want to see anything over $2. That would be absolutely bullish. And your next target for B is $26. If not, if the 0.5 is broken, you still have to do the BYND, which is at $1, then higher low, and then you do the same, which also would be just a breakout retest also of this 4-year trend line. It would be just breakout retest, go. And I know the T line is up there, but for me this is A just because we are over the trend line. If this trend line would be here, then I would say we're still looking for A. But because we already broke this trend line, this is clearly A. So yeah, all in all, where are we right now? 155. Okay, 50 cents, who cares? It's only for options for the time, how quick this would go. The T is normally quick, but let's say from here to here it was 27 days. So I would say at least one more 27 days to get to this point, which would be end of November. Yeah. But after that, I would see a big jump upside. No financial advice, of course. Okay, next one is AI, bullish and bearish. So for the overview, this is your bullish overview, as always explained in the weekly recap video for everything. So I would imagine we did really not much today. So we are still looking for our big A. We would be in our little A right now, in the pullback right now. We were close to the FIB. Yeah, I mean, that would be enough. So for the bullish version, you bounce here. Everything over 20 is bullish. And then you go to your A. Anything under 16 and the bearish version would take place. From the price target, nothing would change, weirdly. This would still be T, it would still be A. The only thing is fractals are repeating itself. And this movement here is just really exactly like this movement here. You come from your T, you make here a low, come up again, make a lower low. You come from a T, make a low here, come up again, make a lower low, and then you're doing this chip chop here. So in my opinion, for the bearish version, you still need one more lower low, lower than $13, and most likely but higher low than 2022. And we would be here somewhere, maybe even here already. So you still need to come down at least 20%. And then BLNK, higher low, and A at 30, B at 36. Yeah, let's see what it's doing. Next one, our stupid risk plays SAVA. So for the overview, there's a lot to say here for the explanation. So if you're interested, watch the weekly recap video. Just for what we have done today. We didn't gapped, clearly. We didn't even get a strong move to $6, so yeah. And we are under the 0.5 again today. So just saying for the technicals, we're coming from our B. This is our lower high. We're making a lower low, come up again. This is our endpoint. We're coming down again, making a lower low. That is our T point. So, or you could say this is your T point. So, yeah. And you already did a lower low here, which is important to be finished with T. So, I'm not expecting anything during the week because all the gap fills were Friday pre-market, after hours, or Monday pre-market every. So what are we doing the rest of the week? Maybe we're just doing the higher low rest of the week. We're coming up. Ending Thursday has to be something over 3.5. And then you have Friday pre-market or Friday after hours again, the chance for the gap fill or the move to $6. And this also right now would be a V under A, because this here and this somewhere in here is your little micro A. So this would be already your V under A also. If we break under 286, just saying, because this is an absolute risk play, in my opinion, we are doing an all-time low. Just saying. For risk management, just saying, because then we would already have done this here and we would do a lower low. And the next month is this. But I'm still would be convinced that at latest March we get the gap fill. Or we're not breaking this line and we are here. And next week or the next weeks, however long this takes, we get our gap fill. But I always said this is a 100% risk play, and we still have to find out if we are here or if we are already here. Right now, from the technicals, it looks ready to be about to bounce. But just saying, most of the time you're not squeezing out of a V. You're always squeezing out of the higher low. So we still need a higher low here. So, OCGN, for the overview, we did really nothing today on this. This is our bullish chart. I don't have a bearish one right now. So what did we do? Nothing. This is just micro tracking right now. We would be already in our little B peak, in the little B pullback. This fib line is an old one, still without log. That's the fib line without log, but there's still the case that we already touched it and will bounce. And still looking for our A at 8. If not, we still have to come down to our real fib line with log, which would be at 128, which is no real difference, and bounce here. And then you go. There is just no change today, so nothing to talk about, but this is just the start of Big B, and the end of Big B is at 178, so it looks good. Next one is GNS. So here, the bull version of GNS. For what we have done, we already did our A peak, and we are in the A pullback right now. And I don't know what we are waiting for. But okay. I will start this time with the bearish version. The bearish version would be that this is our little A. This is our little a V and A. So we would still have to come down under 60 cents, making a high low, and then we go. For the bullish version, this here was already your T. We already did another little V, a little outbreak to a little A, and the green tracking would be right. So this would be your A, this would be your A bottom. This would be already your V and A. High low finished. And for this, you're not allowed to break under 71 cents. And you should start seeing a bounce here. High low and then go. And you're not allowed for both versions to break 34 cents, because then it's the same like beyond. This play would be over. For targets, your next target for Big B is at $87. And as I always say, you won't see this. You won't see this. You just will see this. As always, V higher low C, V higher low C, V higher low C. So it looks finished and unfinished like the last weeks. It seems like that a lot of things are waiting for, I would say, mid-November. So next one, same shit, FFAI. So complete the overview for FFA. Same like, I don't know which is what. Your A point, if you're taking the rules 1-to-1, would be 150, and your B point would be 5,000. You won't see it. There will be a split if we go up here. For realistic price targets without the split, your A would be at 5, your B at 10, and your C will reject somewhere in here. So what we have done, we're still looking for our A outside this trend line. And the only thing we have to do is holding this higher low right now. We're coming close. We're really coming close to be wrong. If we touch 128, this is wrong, and this is wrong, and we still have to look for a V&A, but we are not allowed to break $1. But we have still room. I will show bull. Bull has no room anymore. So we would come down again, do your V&A, high low, and then still the same. This thing still looks finished. Also waiting on something. I would also say no financial advice mid-November. But this still looks bullish. Everything again under $1. Then it's over. Last one is bull. And I'm a little bit pissed off right now. So the bull version, I don't have a bearish now still, but I think I will make one, in my opinion. So here's the bullish version. We did our C first fractal finished. We would be in the second one, and we would be already did our A peak, and the A pullback would be finished, and we would go to B. But we broke our low, our V, and our higher low. So the thing is, we touched the higher low of June 2025. Perfectly touched the June 2025. A little bit lower, and I really would have to do the whole tracking again. If we touch or break 1025, then this here is not A anymore. It's not over then, but if we touch 1025, this whole thing is not A, it would be just higher low. And that's bad for a few reasons. First of all, if this whole thing is higher low, you could imagine how long A will take, how long B will take, how long C will take. That's crazy. So for the bullish version, this was our bounce today. And the only thing we have to do is a higher low, holding this higher low, and we can go to B. And B would still be the big B, still would be 33. If we touch this higher low, we don't have to break it. If we touch it, okay, this is then higher low, but it would still work. But instead of B, we would go to A. If we break this higher low, and if we break 1019, then we will do, then we did a new, then we will do a new all-time low. And then I have to do everything new, because then really something isn't working. Right now, it's still okay, but even I get worried. I would be hands off right now from this stock right now. Wait for the higher low to be confirmed, and then. But right now, this thing is weird. I mean, back here we did the same shit. This V and the higher low were very, very close before we ripped. So the hope is not gone yet. But be careful on this. I would be hands off right now from this. Okay. So if you have questions, write it into the comments. If you have wishes for other stocks, also write it in the comments. If you liked it, give me a like. And how long was it? 35. Half an hour. That's okay. So thanks for watching. See you next time.